approach people give to poverty and valuelessness that hurts God. That hurts. Poverty is not having money. It's not that a man doesn't have money. No, it's that a man doesn't have value that can have money. See it there that way. Not even sometimes from getting, but sometimes from managing. The money that I had, I used it to build 2-story building church in Kano. Some local army pastors, it has got into their hand, even like half of it. And they didn't buy one plot of land. I said, they didn't buy one plot. Even with at least half of that type of money came into their hand, they can't buy one plot. You see, because they don't have discipline to keep what coming to their hand. There are people that money that can buy a land in a city has come into their hand. Money that can buy a car has come into their hand. They go to buy very expensive clothes that does not represent honor in their life and be squandering it. They buy very, very expensive shoe that does not make any meaning, that does not equate to their status. That does not, no, and waste the money. They waste it through a gradual process because they lack capacity to keep it. All messiahs save with what they kept. If somebody is actually saved, the person must know how to save things. If I say this now, please let me ask you to listen. Let me ask you to listen. I am sharing on valuelessness, sustain the presence of Satan. How can you separate Satan from a valueless life? This life is problematic, and you're looking for Satan outside that life. Only Satan can make people, only the presence of Satan can make people valueless. Somebody have to keep Satan to be a waster. And anytime those who are keeping God see those who are keeping Satan, they will start lamenting. Because keeping Satan manifests in wastage. I told people church is not a great statement. Satan is not a religious spirit. It's a spirit of waste. It's a killer. It's a spirit that kills through wasting. In a devil. You buy one bag of rice and then you cook it in a way that every Sunday there will be left over, and then you haul into dustbin, and then somebody is always breaking tumbler. And then somebody is always pouring hot water on herself. And then taking another person to hospital after pouring water on herself. Is a waster. And then religiously you follow an idiot that poured hot water on herself to go and sleep in a hospital, in a wretched, cranky, broken hospital, for a fool that poured water on herself. And then the money you should use to pay tithe and move your life forward, use it to buy Vaseline. Someone say, get behind me, Satan. Excuse me, you don't know the devaluation of keeping a waster. Don't do anything. You listen. I told you I will help you. I will help you today. Now listen. When Joseph had a vision, 37 of Genesis, his first anger was on wasters. Brothers that were wasters. That was his first anger. When they go to farm and they waste their father's farm, he comes home and keep talking about it. And he comes home and what? He keep talking about it. Because he knew that their family destiny was preserved by the farm. And the senior brothers didn't know that nothing can happen until preservers are born. Nothing great can happen in a family until preservers are born. That a boy is in the university and he knows the struggle of his parents to pay school fees. It makes him behave himself. It's a consciousness. That the money that they use in paying school fees for him can be used to do another thing. And the money is not really their excess. It's a mentality that will make him to pursue first class. Wherever there are dreamers, they will have it in consciousness. It was that spirit, it was that same preservative spirit that Joseph had, that gave him dreams. Same preservative spirit. Same preservative spirit gave him dreams. Same preservative spirit brought him to the house of Potiphar and prospered it. I'm going to come to it now. It is not the quantity of money Joseph had that Joseph had. Joseph was not rich. Have you ever asked how possible it was for a servant to prosper his master? Joseph didn't have much income. It was not about what Joseph was getting. It was about what he has capacity to keep. So Joseph didn't prosper the family of Potiphar from getting, but from having the ability to manage what Potiphar had. Not to waste it. Church, is it not great? If you look at the story of David, when Samuel got to anoint, he was after the sheep of Jesse, and he had 7 brothers. He had 7 brothers that were not after, that didn't care about family business. The Bible already testifies that David preferred to die than to watch lion and bear destroy the sheep of Jesse. He preferred to die for it. So when God saw that he has tenacious enthusiasm to preserve the farm of his fathers, he supported him to kill lion and bears, because he preferred to die than to allow them to die. And God saw it from heaven, spirit of business, and he made him a king to rule Israel with that same spirit. God saw it in Joseph. He made him a prime minister to buy Egypt and the land of Egyptians for Pharaoh. He saw it in Jesus when he will keep 99 sheep and then went after one, because he is a business messiah, to make sure that one sheep of God didn't get lost. God made him King of Kings and Lord of Lords. God will never elevate a waster. Is it a great service? The spirit of vision tells you what to do with what you have. The moment that you pass that exam, having things will not be difficult. There is a measure of money that will come into your hand. You should be through with poverty forever. Not based on money coming, more coming, but based on preserving the one that came. Why will you do things to please people, to impress people who are not into you? People who don't care about where you go when this service ends by 4. Why will you impress them? People who don't care about paying for your house rent, why are you impressing them? Are they really there? Visionlessness and valuelessness will not allow people to understand. Valuelessness is synonymous to being sick and depraved. Some people don't see poor people as sick people. All poor people are mentally sick. That somebody is about to be angry. I'm not talking about you, I'm just preaching. Now the word synonymous means depraved, sick. He doesn't have capacity to manage himself. So he's a waster. I want to ask you a question. If you read the whole Bible, where in the whole Bible has God have ever used a poor man to accomplish anything? 2 words. Laziness, poverty. Where? The negative cannot be used to accomplish